Good morning and welcome to CJC 250, Introduction to Courts. I am Professor Rasha and I'm excited to be teaching you guys this semester on the online version of courts. I thought we'd start with a screencast video of our syllabus. It starts right off with the contact information for me. The book, which you will need to get, we will be working directly out of the book in this class and in the seated section. As far as the technology we'll be using this semester, we will be using Canvas. I will expect you to check it every day, as well as your campus email. And we will also be using Twitter. I will talk about that shortly. Now, I have some set aside online office hours on Tuesday, Thursdays from 11 to 11:45. So any communications from this class will receive priority response that are emailed in or called to the office phone. I have a copyright notice on this class. I prefer that you not share any content without asking for permission from me. And so this class is designed to introduce you all to the concept of American courts. We will primarily be focusing on criminal courts, and we will be working through the actors as well as the courtroom processes. So some of the content that we will be covering is the courtroom work group, federal courts, the U.S. Supreme Court, and what these things look like. Now, some of the information about the assignments. This class will be running out of 500 points, and we will have 3 exams and 1 cumulative final exam. Each exam is going to be worth 75 points, and your exams will take place on Canvas. They will be multiple choice, true, false, and short answer. There will not be a makeup permitted for the final exam. Exam 1 is going to cover chapters 1 through 5, and you'll have February 1st through the 5th to take the test. Exam 2 is going to cover chapters 6 through 10, and your test dates are March 22nd through March 26th. Your exam 3 is chapters 11, 12, 13. Test dates are the end of April, and the final exam will open during finals week. We are going to do 3 case studies. The due dates are going to be up on Canvas already, as well as assignment information. After reviewing your content, excuse me, you're going to answer kind of the following questions: the who, the how, the when, the where, and the why. Who are the actors? What decisions are they making? What is your analysis and your decision-making strategy? Each case study will be worth 20 points individually. Next up, we will be using Twitter this semester. You're going to be required to tweet at least once per week using our class hashtag, the CJC250BSU. Your tweets can include links, articles, or retweets that are relevant to our class material. I will be resetting the week for Twitter on Saturdays. I'll go ahead and note, do not tweet sensitive information. If you have a sensitive situation, go ahead and call or email me. Next up, our classroom will focus on discussion boards. We will have 1 discussion board per week. Each student will be required to author 1 relevant post, and then that post must include a source or a page number from your textbook, and author 1 substantive comment on a classmate's post. You must respond to any questions or responses from me, and no late discussion boards will be accepted. A substantive comment is a contribution to the dialogue or through a comment or question. Something like, I agree with your post, or we wrote about the same thing, is not substantive. You need to put a little thought into it. Now, our big assignment this semester is going to be a PowerPoint presentation that's turned into me during week 16. It's going to be worth 75 points, and each student is going to be required to present an argument sequence from the perspective of a prosecuting attorney or a defense attorney. So you're going to put together 8 slides with substantive material, so not including your introduction and your works cited page. You're going to address each section of a criminal trial. This is going to be treated kind of like a research project, so I want you to encourage you to use proper spelling and grammar. You can make this assignment as fun or as graphic as you'd like. You can use humor, pictures, and bright colors. And your goal here is going to be to persuade a juror that your facts, that your take on these facts are correct. The fact pattern is already up on Canvas. If you are a student with the last name A through L, you're going to be assigned to the prosecution. If you're a student with the last name M through Z, you're going to be assigned to be the criminal defense attorney. So the sections that we're going to be looking at is the jury selection. And so here's your question. An opening statement. No arguments are used here. You're going to demonstrate what you expect the evidence will show to your jurors. There are some witness statements in with your fact pattern, and so you're each going to detail some questions you're going to ask. You're going to explain why you're choosing those questions, and you're going to put together some cross-examination questions for the other side. Both sides are going to make a closing argument, and your goal here is to be as persuasive as possible. The fact pattern includes some jury instructions, and you're going to want to explain the burden of proof to those jurors. And then a verdict. You're going to want to explain why the jury should decide for you and support the reasons with evidence. So this can be a more bullet pointed list. Explain why you're correct. Now, extra credit will be offered throughout the course this semester. It will either be tied to participating in department functions or tweeting about the event or writing short papers. So here's our distribution of points, 300 for exams, the PowerPoint mini mock trial, 75 points, 3 case studies worth 60, 1 tweet per week, and attendance, this is discussion boards, 1 discussion board per chapter. So here's our grading scale. Otherwise, we're going to be really committed to having an inclusive classroom environment that respects our fellow peers. So in the discussion boards and on Twitter, I expect to see positive language that does not denigrate anyone. As far as a standard statement, that's pretty important. I want to encourage you to do your own work this semester and to cite your work. So some examples of plagiarism are buying the paper on the internet, having someone else write the assignment, using sources without citing, writing passages verbatim, copying and pasting from any source, turning in a paper you wrote for a different class, using someone else's paper. If you plagiarize, I will notice things are going to be running through the VeriCite checker. Plagiarized work is not acceptable. Our department preferred you may receive a 0 on the assignment, or you may even receive up to an F in the class. So please don't cheat. If you're unsure of how to cite or how to do something, please reach out and let me know. Now, our schedule is tentative. All assignments are going to be due on Saturdays, 11:59. You can go ahead and work ahead on all of these things. And we're going to cover essentially 1 chapter per week. So this is set up for a week with it ending on Saturdays. This first week we're going to be focusing on chapter 1. There's a discussion board and a tweet required. We come down to week 3, your first case study is due. That's already up on Canvas. And like I said, you can feel free to work ahead. So this will detail our entire course schedule. So if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. My email address and contact information is right up at the top of the syllabus, B in Roshlo. I really am excited about this semester. I can't wait to work with all of you some more and get into some of the content with you. I'm really looking forward to it.